All right. As Nancy has just reminded me, this is the 12th meeting of the 60s Music Discussion Group. And it's amazing. I did 3 months of this. This is just, and there is so much great music in the 60s. We still have just scratched the surface. Uh, it's probably the ultimate in productive songwriting and artistry. I'm sure people of different ages uh, feel that way about their generation. I'm sure that my parents thought Glenn Miller and all that sort of stuff was, uh,
Yeah.
the bee's knees. But um, something about the 60s has just never been repeated to the extent uh, both of the great writing and of the significance of the writing and how it affected society.
Yeah.
So, anyway, today's focus is going to be on Creedence Clearwater and Creedence Clearwater Revival. And I just read a little history. They said it was based on part of it was based on a beer commercial. So I think that's where the Clearwater comes from. and and they felt like they wanted to do it like a revival. So
That's funny.
does anyone know where the city El Cerrito is?
Yes, I do.
Where is it?
It's near it's in in California, and it's near it's kind of it's almost like being like a little tiny suburb of downtown Los Angeles.
El Cerrito. El
That,
Cerrito, is that what you
That's
said?
El Sereno.
yeah, is that what
El
you asked?
Cerrito.
El
Cerrito's in
Cerrito.
I think it's near Oakland. I think it's in the Bay Area.
El
Oh, I've been
Cerrito.
there. Let me think.
Anyway, that's where this band is from.
Oh yeah, I know Northern California. I
Yes,
That's all I know
right.
about them. They're in Northern California. Yeah,
And
El
I always
Cerrito.
thought they were from Lodi, but they just had a song called Stuck in Lodi again. Uh, they had so many hits. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I We're going to look at four songs. I They had, I think, 15 top 10 hits in
Mm-hmm.
a 2 year span.
They're they have an incredible history. They have an incredible like uh things that happened where he couldn't where they couldn't do the music anymore, and for years and years until he could re-record it, and all that. There was a problem with his record company and all that, and
Mhm.
the copyrights and everything like that. There's a lot of bad stuff that went on for them behind the scenes, but the music has lived on and lived
Yeah.
through it.
Well, I share something with them. Their record company was Fantasy Records.
Okay.
Well, I had two songs on a Miles Davis album on Fantasy Records.
Wow.
And part of Fantasy Records means fantasy royalties.
Uh-oh. Okay.
And it's like the amount of money that my collaborators and I got was minuscule. And then it just stopped. And there wasn't enough. The album wasn't successful enough to warrant hiring an attorney to go after them. But they had of course, a lot of the record companies had shady reputations back then, and uh, they probably do some of those things today as well. You never know. But
Yeah.
back then, it was much more rampant. In fact, we're going to look at. Uh, okay, Leslie's joining us. Oh boy. Hello, Leslie. We're glad to see you here.
Hello, thank you.
And we're talking about Creedence Clearwater. And Creedence uh, had problems legally because they were with Fantasy Records, who really didn't pay them what they were really owed. And I know that because I had two songs on an album on Fantasy Records on a jazz album with Miles Davis. And I know for a fact that the album sold really well in Japan,
Oh, okay. Wow.
over 120,000 copies. Never saw a penny of any of that.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And very little of what was sold in America. And it got on the radio, and of course, not like Creedence, they had a monster hit. Well,
Hmm.
without going on a big bender about that, I mean, I worked with Bo Diddley. He didn't get most of his royalties either. And,
Oh my goodness.
and next week, we're going to look at someone in the industry who made such a change uh, musically, but also did it change from a business standpoint and took put Atlantic Records in its place, and his name is Ray Charles.
Oh, that's gonna be
He
good.
stood up for himself. So we're going to look at that and see how uh, he 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 used his saleability and his business stick to itiveness and
Wow.
turned the tables. But anyway, yes, that was one of the reasons why Creedence sort of fell apart. They just weren't being
Yeah.
paid what they were owed. Anyway, the main thing we're looking at here is their musical contribution, and they had a dozen hits within a 3 year period. And so we're going to look at their most famous song. What do you think I'm going to be playing?
Oh boy, like Born on the Bayou or
Well, I think that was we're going to listen to that.
oh
But I'm
we are.
going to start with, there was a hit twice.
Uh it's probably one I cover and I can't even think of the name of it. um
I perform it all the time. It's
I can't think. I'm blanking out.
okay. Hold on.
Have you ever have you ever dun,
Have
dun,
you seen the rain? We're going to look at
It's in
that.
the
yeah,
rain.
we're gonna
Yeah.
do that one?
Yes, but that's not their biggest hit. And their
Okay.
biggest, and I know you performed it. You must have. I'll give you another hint.
Okay.
It wasn't Ike Turner. It was Tina Turner.
Oh,
Rolling, rolling.
rolling down the river.
You
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. Okay.
And it uh, it's just one of the all-time hits of all time.
Wow.
Also, we were talking about picket fences the other
Yeah.
week,
Yeah.
and um, what side of the picket fence do you think Creedence is?
Well, they're. I mean, they're on like their side. You know, like the right side of the fence, which they're not following in anybody else's steps.
Well, what I see as uh, there, to me, there are people of the establishment and a privilege or just middle class and settled and stable, and then there's the people on the outside, sort of the working class, the rebels. Um, and I think they were for the working person. And of course, they're well known. We're going to listen to another one of the songs in a little bit called Fortunate Son, which was one of the real protest songs of the era. In fact, it's in uh, a national museum of protest songs. But we're going to start with Proud Mary. I mean, what could be more Credence than this?